Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, I am Send Steve, and today we've got to get the engine out of this thing, which is already out. We got to get it on the trailer, which it already is. And I wanted to give you guys a brief little rundown of how much this $275 Subaru Outback purchase actually ended up netting me by the end of YouTube. So stay tuned. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Let's roll the footage from today. Well, my one GoPro doesn't work very well, so you didn't really get the entire thing coming down, but this was actually kind of super hard because the steering wheel actually broke, which I didn't know about. Plus then there was glass actually falling on me. That all, I mean, some of it was there, but not all of it was there until I started backing up, and then it just started like knocking all the glass down onto me. So that was fun, but we did sell a bunch of parts off this. So we ended up selling the seats off of it, we sold the wheels off of it, and we actually sold the engine out of it. So the other thing we'll be able to do is we'll be able to sell the catalytic converters that were on it, catalytic converters, however you guys want to say it, but we'll be able to sell that also and make a couple bucks. So one thing I gotta say is this was a pretty good investment. I had fun running it over while letting the kids run it over. We did some off-roading on it. I made a little homemade lift. We made our bumper support, which I am going to try to find a way to cut this off and keep it, because I actually do want to mount that hitch onto something else. I can't tell you what I'm going to do with it yet, but we do need that hitch. So we got to try to get that all cut off. Kind of sucks because it is sturdy. If you seen the kids pulling on it yesterday, the kids, well, when they put it away, just go check out yesterday's video. Anyway, I got an hour and a half till I got to get this video. I got an hour and a half till I got to get this engine out into the guy who wants it. So without further ado, let's just start tearing into this thing. So here's a quick little rundown of everything that went on. So I basically listed this thing. I think I put 350 bucks, come get it, as is, where is. I then got too many lowball stupid offers, which obviously we know that is part of, you know, listing something cheap. Everybody wants it cheaper, blah, 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 blah. So long story short, I ended up selling the wheels and tires for $175. I have the engine pending right now for 300 bucks. That guy's supposed to come actually today and pick it up. He should be here any minute now. And I also have the seats, the front seats sold out of this thing. Now, granted, they are covered in mud and grass, but the power seats still did work. I have the battery disconnect, that's why it's not doing it now. But the power seats and everything still work. I'll vacuum everything out. So I have the seat sold for 50 bucks. So I can't beat that. I got catalytic converters I can then sell. I mean, this thing was a money maker for sure. Made the money on the videos. I ended up parting it out for way more than I had into it. I had fun with it. You know, it is what it is. Probably taking this to the scrapyard because I kind of, well, I won't do a whole video of going to the scrapyard, but I want to know what I'm going to get scrap value for this thing. Also, a couple people asked why I was scrapping it. Like, there is a couple different things that actually broke on it when we were off-roading, but it is what it is, guys. Time to move on. The back end up here onto the trailer, I'm going to actually pull down my driveway a little bit so that it brings the nose or the tail of the trailer down, and then I'll be able to get my ramps that I got over here, the little red dollies, under the wheels, pull it right up on. Well, I actually ended up finding out, I don't know if you guys remember from when I picked up the Tahoe, but I said my winch was like jumping around and sporadic and crazy. I ended up finding out what was actually wrong with it, and it is actually this wireless controller. Not a big deal. I believe it's under warranty with Harbor Freight, so I'll just go down and have them swap it out. But I ended up using this one. Once this one like really stopped working, I ended up tossing this one, and it ended up just dragging the Subaru right up and on. So it is what it is. Found our problem. I'll get a new winch controller, and we'll be good to go. So there you guys have it. We've got the Subaru all loaded up, ready to roll. I don't think I'm actually going to go ahead and cut this hitch off of here. It would be cool to kind of keep and use, but I don't think I'm going to, just because, I mean, they're a dime a dozen. I can get a hitch for 40 bucks. Yeah, I don't think we're going to use it. I don't think we're going to deal with it. I think we're just going to move on, get this thing into the junkyard tomorrow, and be ready to rock, ready to roll. So I wanted to actually go ahead and show you guys also how much I actually made off of this Subaru. And now this is not going to be including the last two videos, the video that you're seeing now or the video prior with the kids running it over, because obviously that's a day delay. But I will further update you in about 2 or 3 days of which one that is, so stay tuned for that. But I'll run down the list real quick and let you know how much I actually made off of this $275 Subaru. Alrighty, now getting into the last upload, which is still new, guys. So this is actually going to increase, but this is one day being listed, and it ended up making me $68.09. Now that was basically a free video, did not cost me anything, but maybe I might have spent $10 in fuel to, you know, make the video, which I highly doubt. $68 thus far, and that has only been posted for one day. So I call that a win. Let's go in here and check out some of the other ones. Scroll down here. This was one of the ones where I sunk it. This was the very last video that I ended up doing with that. You go into revenue. Obviously, that's the one where it sunk. And that's $142.64. Sorry I have to do it this way, guys. It's just the only way that I know how to do it. I don't know how to screen record or do any of that cool fancy editing stuff or screen stuff. I'm old school. I just do it the way I know how to do it. So here is the Subaru also going off-roading. 18,000 views, did $125. Now, again, this video didn't cost me anything. It was just the part one of the other video. So it basically 2 videos made over $230. And again, all I did was go off-roading. So I had fun. The kids had fun. I can't complain about making $230 to just go out and have fun with some friends. Alrighty, we did the lift kit one. Whoopsie, I went a little farzy. When I made the bumper, this was a good one here. Analytics, revenue. I made that front bumper again for the winch mount. Parts laying around, $121. Cannot complain about that one one bit. It did take me a little bit to do that, but it is what it is. So that day I probably made $5 an hour. Just a little heads up there. I put tires on the Subaru. So this was, I paid $100 for the tires. I don't necessarily think that was worth it. I lost $10, but also a cool video. $90, so I lost $10 to actually make that video. It is what it is. Still a profit at the end of the day, because as you know, today I sold the tires and the wheels for $175, so I can't call that a loss. I mean, I can, but I can't. This was when I just bought it. Analytics. All I did was drive around in a field and some stuff. $131.56. That was, again, all profit. I jumped it in my backyard. Didn't break anything. The thing did amazing, actually, surprisingly, for what it was. Alrighty. Not worth fixing my Subaru. This was when I bought the control arm, or the lower subframe. So I did end up spending $100 on the lower subframe. And you can see, it made me $110. So the 2 parts I put into it were $200 even, and I made $200 on both of them, the tires and the actual subframe. So they paid for themselves. I can't really complain about that. Alrighty, keep going, because I think there was 2 more videos. Oh no, last video, and it is up here. This was when I bought it for $275, and it made me $90. Now this is a video that I had pulled down because there was controversy, so it is what it is. Let's go ahead and add everything up now. After adding it all up, I made $1,015.60 off of YouTube just on the Subaru content. So let me also add up what we had into it total, which is actually pretty simple. We had $520 into it total. Now let me subtract and see what we actually made. Minus 11, what was it? No, it was 10. So we made a profit of $495, plus I then sold the engine for $300. I sold the tires off of it for $175, and I'm gonna guess that I'm gonna end up making probably, I'd say $350 in scrap metal, because I do still have the 3 catalytic converters on it, and I do have still the scrap weight. So with a grand total, we ended up making $1,320 off of that, and that is actually a good quarter mile. So I'm excited. I mean, I can't really complain about that. I had fun. It is what it is. So there you guys have it, a little bit of analytics for after the fact, and just kind of showing you guys what I made per project. So I made $1,300 and, you know, had fun. So take care, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe when we're done with the Tahoe, we'll go into what we made on that. Who knows? Let me know if you guys do like the analytic portions of it. I don't mind showing stuff like this, but I'm not going to show, obviously, the monthly every single time you know, look at a video views. But take care, guys. We'll see you in the next one.